Good evening, punters. Connor 500, professional gambler, for the Wednesday night golf session. Hope you've all had a lovely day. I'm reporting from what quite possibly is one of the worst places I have ever lived. And I have lived in dozens of places. So, yeah, it's quite hard to win that award. When I worked at Ladbrokes as a teenager, I used to live at my old nan's house. I used to pay $2.50 in rent. That covered a lot of things. I don't even know how she made anything from that. She didn't, obviously. I used to come home from work after finishing at 10. I'd walk through the door. I'd hear, "Your dinner's ready, love." And I'd be like, "Cheers, Nan." And I'd sit down, tell her all about my day at Ladbrokes. Weren't too bad thinking back. It weren't too bad a deal. But we move on. We're here for the golf session. I've got to say, I don't know how any man is affording to pay for a family nowadays and a house off a normal job. I don't know how anyone's managing to do that, because it's got worse and worse. In the space of just a couple of generations, we've gone from a bloke, a working class man, being able to go out and earn enough for a family with a sole wage. We've ended up at the point where we've now got 2 full-time workers, both slaving away on Amazon, and then even at the end of that, you can't afford it. I think it's going to soon end up at the point. I'm going to finish this here by saying I found a lovely new place, a really nice new place, a lot more rural, up near the Midlands, and that will certainly do me. I've got to say, from a professional gambler's perspective, it's very hard to get places unless, I mean, you definitely have to be willing to put 3 months down. You will not get a place without putting 3 months down solidly as a deposit. It's a completely different game when you've got no income. If you've got a partner, it's a lot easier, because I had a partner before, because I had a lovely flat in Slough. It doesn't sound lovely, but it was one of those ones right by the back of the station. Lexington Apartments, it was called. But we managed to get that mostly because of her wage. They won't take into account savings whatsoever. Landlords will not take into account savings unless it gets to a significant amount. It's not easy. This job is not easy, and I wouldn't really recommend it, because it's just becoming impossible. If I was 10 years younger starting out now, it would be so much more difficult. But I'm here for the golf, and we're 3 minutes in, so I do apologise. Right, we've got 2 tournaments this week. I do use software for golf. Some of the software is throwing up some huge value. I said this morning that one tournament was a lot better than the other. To be honest, not so much, because I found 3 super solid selections from both of the tournaments. I hope this is going to make sense to everyone, and I am going to go. What I've done, we've got 3 golfers in each tournament. We've got 3 in the Zurich Classic, and we've got 3 in the ISPS Handa. Okay, so I've done them as 25 each way singles, and then I've done 10 each way doubles across all of the selections. So it takes it up to 480 for the day. So if these bets are confusing you, just remember that it all adds up to 480, but always remember, guys, stakes are for statistic purposes only. The 3 we've got in the Zurich Classic, we've got Hodges and Whaley at 200s, okay? Hodges and Whaley, 200s. We've also got Skins and Tarrant, 350s. Yeah, I know they're massive prices, I know. And I know that 99% of golf tipsters are right at the front of the market. But that's just exactly for the same reason that all the horse tipsters are at the front of the market. And they don't win, do they? I know they've got more chance, percentage-wise, of winning than me this week. But overall, they're just like that. They're just taking you down the garden path. A minute ago, I told you there's not a lot of money in professional punting. There's one exception to that, is when you start being a pundit, I hear so many pundits and so many people selling tips. They'll call themselves a professional gambler. There was one on here. I've been a professional gambler 15 years. You're just selling telephone lines, just tips. It's not the same. It's not the same, because it's just mugging off people and taking them down the garden path. Sorry, I'm back onto this. Hodges and Whaley 200s. We've got Skins and Tarrant 350s. And we've got Brem and Hubbard at 200s, okay? So that's 25 each way singles. And in the ISPS Handa, Andrew Wilson it's 500s with Sky and 365. That is outrageous. 500 to 1 is about 170% EV, 180. I think it's a bit even higher, but I'm being a bit liberal with what I'm saying. Around, not liberal, conservative about, because I don't want to big it up too much. I'm going to take 300s, which should say enough. Andrew Wilson, I'll take 300s, but Sky are 500s, and so are 365. We've got Jamie Donaldson, 125 to 1, and we've also got Maverick Antcliffe, 250 to 1. So you see how that works? We've got 25 each way singles a lot. Everything is doubled with everything. Do you see that? 9 times 10 each way doubles. So everyone is, so for example, Hodges and Whaley is doubled with all 3 of the others. Skins and Taran is doubled with all 3 of the others. And Brems and Hubbard are doubled with all 3 of the others. It's not doubling with the same tournament. You're not doubling from the same tournament. You're just doing the others. And it adds up to 9 lots of each way doubles. I hope that makes sense. If you've got any questions whatsoever, post it in the comments, because I don't want anyone to... yeah, I hope you can attain some of these prices. I hope you have a lovely evening. Take care of yourself. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Have a lovely evening. Take care.